PS4 Spider-Man.
Oh, PS4 Spider-Man, absolutely. But he's like 40, so he's not a twonk. He's just
40.
a hunk.
He's not 40.
Yeah, he's like 75.
No, he's not.
He's like 92, dude.
He's 20s.
I like how the number just keeps going up.
He's
He's in
fucking
his
geriatric.
20s.
You've lost your mind.
He's a child.
No, Miles Morales is a child.
He's a toddler.
If he's like,
He's supposed to be in his like late 20s, early 30s or something.
that doesn't make any fucking sense. In the movie, in Miles Morales movie, he's like in his 40s.
I'm not talking about the movie.
Like
I'm talking about the
gay.
PS4 game.
Is it not the same universe?
No.
Why not?
Well, it's a multiverse,
There's
so I mean,
limited-
That's right. I forgot.
Yes.
The whole deal was that there was a fucking Miles Morales in the multiverse of the Spider-Verse.
Also, since it's a video game, they want to have access to like all of the villains. So
I
they're
haven't
just, like,
seen any of the fucking travel home movies with the Spider-Man Far
I
From
thought you
Home
were
or
gonna say
whatever.
with the dog and the cat.
the home trilogy.
Yeah, I haven't seen any
Man,
of that
how
shit.
good was Homebound?
Oh, dude, Homeward Bound, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
with the
the two
dog,
cats
the
and the
dog, and the
dog.
cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I see what you're going for. Hell yeah. All right. Homeward fucking
Can we
Bound.
talk
That's a
more
deep
about
fucking cut.
Yeah, can we talk more about Homeward Bound?
Yeah, what do you remember about Homeward Bound?
So there was a dog, and a cat.
Yeah, all right.
And I remember one of the dogs was like a pit bull, and one was like a golden retriever, and he was an old guy.
Yeah,
And then there was a cat.
yes.
And so then they're gone on a trip, and I think the dad like abandons them.
Is that what it is?
I think so.
Okay.
And but like each pet has their own dog. So like the dad and the mom have like 3 kids.
Can we
A boy, and a girl.
just to say it,
Yeah.
can we just get drunk one of these days and watch Homeward Bound?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
'cause
can do that.
We can
That
do
would-
an I'll
that-
watch anything for Homeward
Oh
Oh
Bound.
my god, yeah, that's a good movie to do that for.
But yeah, the mom and dad have
If
3.
I ever finish editing any of them.
Yeah, 3 kids. A boy, and a girl.
Yeah.
The nerdy boy, I think, is like the one who likes the golden retriever.
Yeah, because you can't have the pit bull.
The rambunctious kid has the pit bull.
Yeah, and then the sexy girl has the cat.
I wouldn't call her sexy, but she does have a cat.
Was she not sexy?
She was like 8, but
Who said this an 8-year-old can't be sexy, first off? But I remember her
I
being
think
like
most people outside of
hey,
France.
hey, I remember her being a sexy, and the Japanese, thank you very much. I remember her being like a sexy 18-year-old or something.
No.
Was she not like a hot cheerleader character?
I'm pretty
mom
sure
you
she's
might be
not.
thinking of,
maybe
maybe?
thinking of the mom.
Ooh, was the mom hot? Was she fuckable?
I really
I
don't
think she was like
remember.
a late 2000s mom.
So yes.
Yes.
Early 2000s mom.
I hate that I feel this in my soul. And this is just a real thing that I think that we're all going to agree with. Women were at their hottest around 2004 to 2008. Maybe no, give it 2001 to 2008. Women had like I think
women were really hot around 554 BC. That's probably the best time.
When was Jesus alive?
He's like the Venus of Willendorf. Is
Yeah.
what
When
gets him
was
off.
Cleopatra alive?
Welcome back to the Anything Cast. I'm Patrick.
I'm Eric.
I'm Will.
And Eric's eating some chili, so he might be a little bit in between the fucking conversations. But
Yes, it's good chili though.
yeah, my wife's chili's famous, you know. I've literally told her on several occasions she should open a restaurant just like called Kira's Chili or something.
I went to a Ren fair.
Did you?
Yeah,
When?
this last weekend
Did they
Oh,
have chili?
dude, you didn't. But how far away was it?
in Louisiana.
That's pretty far away.
Why? Okay, why was I not invited?
Well, because I thought you were working till 9 p.m.
Was it on Friday?
It was on Saturday,
All right,
but I had to leave. I had to leave on Friday,
God damn it. Okay, yeah, that's fair. Fine.
and I came back like on
I'm not gonna
Saturday.
lie. I would have been pissed.
I came back on
If I
Saturday.
found out I totally
I'll
could have
invite you
gone
to
to
the
a
next
Ren-
one. I'll invite you to the next
Dude,
one.
I will never turn down a Ren fair.
Okay.
Never. It will never
I didn't know
happen.
you were so invested in them.
I
I've never been to
love
one.
I got to see
Renaissance
Jack
fairs.
the Whipper.
Did you?
Yeah.
What did you do?
Jack the Whipper.
He the show I saw, he did like a ballerina battle
Okay.
where like him and his buddy, whose name I don't remember,
The gay one.
yeah,
Yep.
Mhm.
dressed up as ballerinas, and they had balloons tied to the tutus, and they tried to whip the balloons.
Ooh, damn, that's good shit.
Yeah.
I fucking love Renaissance fairs, dude. Renaissance fairs are one of those things that we don't have here in Mississippi. If you live somewhere where there's a Renaissance fair, good on you. Mississippi ain't got shit.
I took so many pictures.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you got to show me some fucking pictures
I'll show
from
you
the
some
Renaissance
pictures.
fair, dude. What'd you dress up as?
I didn't dress up this time, but I'm going to dress up the next time I go.
Okay, next time we go, let's just save some money now and go as like full night costumes. Let's just go all out.
Full armor and everything.
Yeah, just full armor.
I was thinking would be funny to go as like as a peasant
Oh yeah.
and
Wait,
just be and trying to roast the knights.
How about
Show me your hands, my lord. A true knight has calluses.
what is a I just show you my fucking gauntlet to your fucking eye.
Yeah.
To your nose more like, I guess, but to your eye kind of makes it sound gay. It'd be like, oh, I'm showing it to him. I meant to punch you, but whatever. I'm fucking retarded. What's like a trio thing? You want to go to this, Eric?
I mean,
I've never been to a Ren Fair.
Okay, so you can be Shrek. I'll be Farquaad, and you can be
I'm shorter
the
than
donkey. You can be donkey.
okay.
Be a good donkey.
I'll be donkey.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, how many people were there dressed as Shrek there?
I didn't see anyone as Shrek. I saw a guy dressed as the Mad Hatter, though.
How many people were there dressed as Rick and Morty?
Nobody.
There's always, apparently it's a big deal at Ren Fairs.
Oh,
that
really?
Ren Fairs have had to
Okay,
start.
I did not see
Ren
Rick
Fairs
and
have
Morty.
had to start banning it. That's how big of an issue it is.
That's funny.
It's people will dress up as Rick and Morty. And
I
go to the
did
Ren
not
Fair.
see Rick and Morty. I saw a good few furries.
Ooh, really? Just some
there,
furries?
No, there was a. It was not like advertised as a furry place, but
Were they in the jousting? Were the knights riding them for the jousting?
that would have been funny. But no, there was like an undercurrent of furriness.
An undercurrent, you say?
Yeah.
Were there any scalies like dragon?
Oh
people
yeah, for
or
sure.
anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there's dragon people walking around.
Was there a in this undertow of furries? Was there a riptide to where you could have maybe gotten someone might have
you could
gotten
you could have
pulled
got
into?
I wouldn't call it a riptide, but I would. In Finding Nemo, that like thing the turtles are in.
The North
Oh,
Atlantic
yeah, yeah.
Current.
Yeah. It
There's
would be
one of
more,
those
It's
straight
more like
into it?
that. Yeah.
Oof,
Where like if you wanted to, you could get
I
into
hate
it.
being married, dude. Being married fucking sucks. I just want to go to a Ren Fair and fuck like 17 furries.
I got hit on.
I just
Did
want to put
you?
it out
Oh,
there.
I got
yeah.
a drunk gay guy was walking around, and then he was like, "Hey, what's up?" And I was like, "Hey, what's up?" And he was like, "Ooh," and I was like, "Okay." hey,
He was
what's
like,
up?"
so he's like the Sultan from Aladdin.
Yeah.
Did you threaten to cut your head off or buy your daughter or anything?
No.
Okay.
They offer you 3 wishes.
I wish.
Oh my God.
If
First
you'd
wish
wish for that ass.
Yeah, I was gonna say first wish. Let's find somewhere else. You know, let's go back to my place.
Let's go for a magic carpet ride. You know what I'm saying?
How many dudes do you think have done that with like
I mean,
do the carpet match the drapes joke and then be like, you mind if I
bet
go on a
his
magic carpet ride?
I bet his carpet looked pretty nice. He seemed well pampered.
So
Probably
why
had
didn't
a
you like
groomed
hit on him and
carpet.
like?
Because I'm not gay.
We've already been over this. How pretty was he? Was he just like manly dude?
No, he was definitely a twink.
So he
Oh,
passed.
So he could get the pass?
I know. I mean, definitely like a guy. I think, but like he was like a pretty boy. I guess.
Eric and I's like disappointment is like mounting.
Oh,
as
you
the
guys would have
sentence
liked
goes
him for
on.
sure. Yeah, you guys would have definitely been like
Well, I
attracted.
get along with most gay men that I don't work with.
I wouldn't say I wouldn't have gotten along
Yeah,
with
you
him.
work with a gay guy, and Eric's he's the biggest homophobe in the world.
My roommate for a few years was a gay man.
Really?
You
Oh, yeah, okay. I thought you were talking about like not here. Al was your roommate.
would
for a
you just
while.
not count Al?
Yeah, I mean, Al's not gay. He's like not even like he's barely a person. Like I mean, he's
gay and black. That's
yeah, I
like-
know. That's like
Me and Al
that's you don't
exchanged
really
gay
like.
memes on like a lot recently, a lot more now actually.
Yeah, that's like the most fun thing to do with Al.
It
like
is. I
sending-
sent him.
gay
I
memes.
sent him gay Dragon Ball Z memes. It's funny.
Hell yeah, dude. He'll love that shit.
He does. He loves it.
He loves that and bad bitch energy shit.
Yeah.
That's his favorite.
I miss Al.
Oh, he's coming over next week. I'm off all next week.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to watch the X-Men movie from 2000.
How much you gonna coom?
Hell yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm going to coom constantly. My sister's coming over and her 2 children.
Oh my.
I'm going to be cooming constantly. Let's be honest.
Oh, it's going to be the front page of Pornhub up in here. We have
It's,
black, gay, incest, everything.
Well, my sister is black and her children are gay. So, yeah. Yeah, you got it. You hit
We're
the
getting there,
nail
man.
on the head. I cannot.
Can I record?
I don't know what.
Huh?
I thought you were. I literally. You gave me like a mini heart attack. I thought you were talking about like we weren't recording. And I was immediately stunned.
He was about to stand up. And
I'm gonna start
grab his
doing that.
gun.
I'm gonna start doing that, dude. I'm gonna start like the next time I'm sitting next to the machine, I'm just gonna be like, guys, we're not recording. I'm just gonna start pulling that out.
Just fuck with everyone.
Oh my god, like how we lost Blade that one time.
Oh my fucking god.
That was the
Blade's a
only
good
time.
movie.
I don't know. I don't feel like that Blade recording was that good.
I am of the opinion that was probably the best one we've ever done. I got to make fun of black people constantly. It's the best thing for me.
I'm glad it's lost.
I got to
If
talk
that
about how
recording got out, let's just say Patrick would never be able to run Democrats.
Well, the thing is that he's not a daywalker. He's just a black guy. They're all monsters. There's no
Oh
difference.
my god. I didn't expect that.
We're not recording
Okay.
Blade anymore,
Yeah.
buddy. You gotta calm down.
I kind of worry about. I kind of worry.
Wesley Snipes. You worry about Wesley
Yeah,
Snipes?
yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
worry
worry
about
about
him. He's
Wesley
like a little
Snipes,
bit
too.
dangerous.
He's
That's
a little
like,
old now.
yeah. Hey, after Logan Paul's fight, I'm starting to think I could take Mike Tyson. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not
Probably
even.
take
I
Wesley
gotta
Snipes,
tell you,
I mean,
I'm
yeah.
not scared of Mike Tyson anymore.
Yeah, I'm not nearly as scared of Mike Tyson.
I am. Fuck both of you. Man would rip my head off. Are you kidding me?
Nah, I just moved back and then like bop bop.
There was
and you
no
back
one.
away.
Yeah, I'm
Like-
sorry. In order for that to work, you also have to give him $12 million. You forgot about that part.
$40 million.
Nah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't
He's
realize
not. He's
I
not
lowballed
fast. His knees would give out.
They gave him $40 million.
it. $40 million to throw a fight.
If you're, I mean, like even if you're just Mike
Okay.
Tyson, dude.
Okay, actually,
Like-
how many people do you think are going to try to fight Mike Tyson now?
Oh, probably none.
I mean, it doesn't matter because he
He's
doesn't have to
$40 million.
take it anymore.
Yeah, he's $40 million richer.
He's already
Yeah,
rich.
but like he
and-
already like gets on planes and people want to fight him. So like how much?
Really?
Yeah. How many more instances of that do you think that's going to happen?
I really hate that. That must be living hell. Really, like if you're Mike Tyson and then people like, how
That's
old
just
does
the
he have
curse
to
of being
get?
a famous fighter.
How old does he have to get before people like don't want to
He
fight
has
him
to
anymore?
die.
Nah, because now people didn't want to
Yes.
fucking fight Muhammad Ali when he was like shaky rigor mortis guy,
maybe,
dude.
but I guarantee
Rigor
you,
mortis.
like
Is that
because
not
like
what it's called?
that's the
Rigor
thing that
mortis
happened
is
with
when you die and get stiff.
Oh,
That's what happened with-
Parkinson's.
that's what
There
happened
you
with
go.
Jet Li. Is like
Closer.
or Bruce Lee or
Oh,
what-
dude, I guarantee you, Bruce Lee, people just constantly wanted to fight him.
Yeah, that was just like he would go to bars and people wanted to fight him.
I swear to God, people either wanted to fight him or fuck him. He
Uh,
was so hot.
I wonder
Yeah,
if Jackie
in lots
Chan.
of ways.
I wonder if that happened to Jackie Chan.
Wait, what? In lots of ways.
He was a hot star, and he was a hot star.
Okay.
You know,
All right.
in lots of ways.
I wonder if people try to fight Jackie Chan.
Does he just say, I don't want no trouble? Every time somebody tries to fight him, he's
No
like,
trouble.
I want no trouble.
No trouble in
I
Little-
don't want no
in
trouble.
Little Chinatown.
Yeah, that's like his thing, and like that's his like number one line in every fucking Jackie Chan movie. Is he just says, "I want no trouble."
I miss Jackie Chan.
He's ever since he died, it's been a brand new world. I can't believe that he and Robin Williams went out the same way.
Mm-hmm. Attacked by a Hydra.
Death by
while trying
face
to have
sitting.
sex with it.
Why are you trying to make that more funny? It's already funny that he like died like hanging himself by a belt from a door handle. You don't have to like make it mythical. I said he died the same way Robin Williams did.
Robin Williams didn't die that way though. He died of drug overdose.
He died of what he loved. No, he died. Robin Williams hung himself from a doorknob.
I know he died of drug overdose.
Like
Nah.
that David Carradine guy.
What are you talking about? No, Robin Williams found out he had
No.
Parkinson's and then he hung himself using his belt from his door handle
Absolutely
in his
not.
bedroom, and then
No.
his wife had to had
No.
trouble finding him.
No, not at all.
Is that not real?
No. Robin Williams died of a drug overdose because his doctor prescribed him like
Too many feel-good drugs.
too many feel-good drugs, and he died.
Oh, okay.
Which I guess also he
Same thing that happened to
Took
Michael Jackson.
too many feel-good drugs. So
Damn it. Why you got to put that together already? I was about to try to say that I forgot that he owned that Dreamland or whatever the fuck, Neverland. I was really going to just start going in on Robin Williams being Michael Jackson.
I
Michael
had to cut
Jackson
you
and Robin
off.
Williams were
I-
friends with the same apes, I
Doctor?
think.
Did Robin Williams kill
Yes.
himself? Yeah, his death was a suicide.
What?
Yeah.
Drug overdose. And also that's contested, I'm pretty sure.
He was found dead at his home in Paradise Clay, California in August 2014 at age 63. His death was ruled a suicide.
What did he die of?
Let's see.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
If it's a belt, I'm gonna friggin'
I'm serious.
I'm
Like,
gonna, I'm gonna dump this chili on the carpet if you say
I'm
he died
pretty
of a belt
sure he
suffocation.
died by hanging himself.
now I'm starting to like question it too. I'm just like, oh shit. Wait, did we have this wrong?
We were just
Are
thinking
me
of
and Will
Michael
the wrong
Jackson.
ones?
Why did you think that he like drug overdosed?
That's what
That
I
sounds
remember.
familiar.
Sounds
That sounds
familiar.
right.
Okay, that's fair. It sounds familiar. I thought you like that's what.
memory being what it is. I just had to go off what I remember.
But how did the guy from Lincoln Park die?
Suicide.
Thank you, Will. more specific, please. Autoerotic asphyxiation.
I believe
That's
he
how Robin
swallowed a
Williams
bunch
died.
of C4
Wait, is
and
that
then
what it
he
says?
swallowed
Yeah,
a bunch of
that's what it
double
says.
A
Let me
batteries.
see. I don't believe you.
No, I've already closed the
believe
page.
you.
Yeah,
I don't
I've
believe
already,
you. I don't believe
my phone just died,
I'm like
actually.
90%
I
sure
only
that's
have 1%
David
battery, so.
I don't believe you at
Well,
all.
well, too
Eric,
bad,
look
man.
it up right now.
Sorry, my phone's
You've got
dead.
a phone.
That's dead. Like, actually.
There's no way everyone here's phone is
I'll
dead.
prove it right now.
You're just showing me a black phone. Hit buttons and stuff. It's coming on.
Son of a bitch.
Damn.
Hold on. It's going to be at 0%.
Why is it when I put in what did Robin Williams die from, it just comes up the same thing Will said. It just says suicide. Like, why the fuck? Fine.
Put specifically.
Did Robin Williams hang himself? Why did my voice break? Stop! Don't put that in the Google search! You dumb bitch! Fucking hate the internet, dude.
Look, it's not even coming on. It's still stuck on this.
All right, well, I'm at like 15%, so I got to hold on to that, or else I won't be able to listen to shit with my headphones.
Look,
on
I'm
the
at
way home.
0%. 0%.
Yep, I'm sorry. It's just showing me the shutdown screen. I think you're lying. See, now you're showing me a blank screen again. See, this is fake news.
If I killed both of you,
Yeah.
do you think that this podcast would become famous?
No.
Do you think that it would be
It would-
like a famous, like, you know, YouTuber goes
You would
crazy?
be a 15-minute video on someone else's way to wealth.
That's
yeah,
true.
you'd be like a single segment on someone talking about quote unquote killer YouTubers
Hell,
or
if
something.
you're
But there's so many episodes of this podcast, people would have to be like, well, I've got to check it out. I mean, people listen to Charles Manson's music.
I mean, maybe, but not really. I don't think.
When comedian Robin Williams hanged himself in his California home in August 2014, the news of his death was met with incomprehension around the world.
Ah, shit.
Okay.
I'm telling you, he
But
hung
wait,
himself
wait,
using
wait.
a
We
belt
missed
from
that.
a doorknob.
I'm more fucked up that me and Will both thought that he died of a drug overdose. Like, what happened there?
Okay, how do we know it was autoerotica?
Because there was porn.
Yeah, that kind of.
Pouring of it?
Yes.
No, he was
Well,
watching
don't-
porn. Like there was porn in the room. I
There was
guess.
both, Eric.
Oh, someone made a porno of him
Yeah,
killing
of course.
himself.
Have you not? I've got it on the
Wait,
screen right over here.
It can't be autoerotic.
It's a Robin Williams autoerotic asphyxiation
suicide.
judyhopps.mp4. That's right there. It's playing on the screen. Patrick, put that up.
Well, all right then.
A documentary
wrong
exploring
about a
the
lot of things
neurodegenerative
today.
disorder and the actor struggle to die by suicide 2014. Yeah, he fucking hung himself.
So I would say that it's not suicide if it's autoerotic asphyxiation and vice versa.
Why
'Cause-
not?
That's
Because
just-
he came
one,
before he died?
No, it's accidental death. I don't think you want to die if you're
Yeah.
if you're trying to jack off.
Yeah, autoerotic asphyxiation is just a dangerous form of masturbation.
I guess that's
It's not-
true. If I'm jacking off and I have a heart attack from that,
Yeah, you don't want
is that a suicide? Did I jack myself to death?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, it would be hard to tell to a certain degree to the poor people finding you that way.
No, dude, they would be 100% because I mean, I've got my dick in my hand. I'm choking. Have you ever
Yeah,
done that? Have you ever
if your
done
pants are
autoerotic
down-
asphyxiation?
The closest I've ever gotten to that is being high on Adderall and holding my breath with large hits of weed while masturbating.
You told me about that one time.
Yeah,
And you said
that's
that you
why
like.
I understand what
Yeah,
autoerotic
you got it. You
asphyxiation's
were like,
going
yeah.
towards.
I remember you telling me that and being like, you know what? I understand it. Just
I get
holding
it.
my breath as long as I can.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
was
a
getting that
challenge.
little tickle. I was like, okay, I see where they're probably going at with
Do you
this.
remember that like feeling that you got when you were a kid and you looked at porn and like it was kind of like you weren't supposed to, so your heart's like racing and
Yeah.
your like hands are shaking. You're so nervous about looking at porn because you're like, I'm not supposed to be doing this. Do you remember that feeling?
Dude, when I discovered the sexuality section in Books a Million during
yeah.
the Pokemon weekends, remember
Yeah.
those? Bro, I went there. I went to the sexuality section and I stayed there until my mom picked me the fuck
Your
up.
little hands just shaking while you're
Like,
holding the
oh
book.
my
Just so
God.
nervous. I thought you were about to say, dude, I still get that way when I jack off.
No, not quite.
Why can't, I'm just saying, like, that was like the best part about jacking off. Jacking off has lost its luster since it's no longer like kind of feels dangerous to do it.
You need the taboo part.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
have,
Like, cause I
fun.
mean, cause that's what gets your heart racing and like gets you like, you know, it's like adrenaline.
I guess
like
that
the
makes
adrenaline
sense to
junkie
some
part of
extent,
it.
but
It's boring. That's why people like having sex in public. That's why Will likes having sex in public, I know.
that's the only place he ever wants to have sex. If it's not viewable by the public, he doesn't have a concept in his head of having sex
If I'm
there.
gonna put on a show,
I know. And you do. I mean,
the world is a stage,
the Braveheart face paint was a little
and
bit
I
far.
can't
I'll
help
give you.
that I wanted to be a porn star.
Though I will say that
You would have made a good porn star.
the little hat
done
on his
great.
penis is a nice touch, though.
That is.
It brings class to
The
it.
fact that he screams freedom when he comes with the Braveheart makeup,
Yeah.
that's my favorite part.
Everywhere from campgrounds, graveyards, all sorts of places.
Graveyards isn't fucking in public.
What private graveyard are you talking
There's
about?
nothing but dead people all around you.
Yes, but other people are allowed to be there and see you there.
Yeah, but they're not going to.
So is a park not a public place if there's no one there at the
Is
time?
there anybody that
Why are
can
you
only...
equating a park to a graveyard?
Because they're both places anyone's allowed all the time. And
Not
people-
all the time. Graves
Yeah, there can be
close.
private graves.
I mean, there can be private parks.
Is there anybody that gets off on the idea that the ghosts are watching them?
Nah, I have a
You'd
ghost
have to
fetish.
believe in ghosts, and
I could see
know,
you. I'm not even like thinking that you're lying right now. That
No,
could legitimately
I
be a thing.
legitimately
where
have
you're
a
like,
ghost fetish, yeah.
Yeah, I could
Yeah.
see you
I mean,
being into
fucking
that.
a ghost.
Yeah, the
sure.
idea of fucking a ghost is really hot to me.
I'm with Will on that one. I'm not even gonna lie.
What is the appeal?
that scene
The
in
fact that they can, like,
Ghostbusters.
The far right is reaching out to the far left, and they're shaking hands. Right now. I'm just telling you.
you know that scene in
Right
Yeah,
Ghost
now.
Patrick, make the fucking meme of the two hands shaking and say ghost fucking. Yeah, put that up on screen.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be from
Would.
it had to start with the Ghostbusters thing.
The blowjob.
Yeah, where like she gets possessed.
I'm
Wait,
not
we're
even
talking about
joking.
something
I
else.
thought that like the appeal
Maybe
would
I
be
don't
that
know.
they
But
could like
you know, remember that scene in Ghostbusters where like she gets possessed by the like spirit or whatever, and like so she wants to. I don't remember who. Was it?
It was the main character.
There's four main.
I've never seen
characters.
Ghostbusters.
That was the
so.
main character.
What was his name? Bill something?
Bill Nye.
Nah, it was Bill Maher.
Bill
Bill
Murray.
Maher, yeah.
Bill Murray. That's
Bill
what
Murray.
it was.
Yep.
Yeah, she tried to fuck Bill Murray, and Bill Murray like almost did it, but didn't quite, and then she ran away.
Yeah. No. She didn't run away. He had like a syringe filled with like sodium pentothal or something on him. Thank God he brought that to the date.
What the fuck is sodium pentothal?
Well, it's a sedative, but it also used to be used as a truth serum.
Oh, okay. That's why
I don't know if
what
that's
it
what
is.
he used, but he had some sort of like syringe sedative with him. And like, while you're watching the movie, it's just like, oh, thank God he was able to take her down peacefully. And then you think for a minute,
Why did
why did he
have
bring
that?
a syringe filled with a sedative to a potential date at a woman's apartment?
Why does he wait? How does it? How do you get sodium pentothal? Do you have to make it yourself?
I have
I
no
would
idea.
assume you can just buy it if
Can
you
you
know
buy
where.
sodium pentothal?
I really don't know, dude. I don't
Future
know.
Patrick, look up if you can buy sodium pentothal, and if we can, schedule like a thing for like episode 200 or something where Eric does sodium pentothal on the podcast, and we just get to ask you questions. All three of us doing the podcast on truth serum. We're just blitzed out of our mind, just
You know
answering
it doesn't
completely
work.
honestly.
It just
It just gets
just
you
makes you
really
high.
high.
Yeah, it gets you fucked up, which can make you confused and make you forget that you're supposed to be keeping a secret, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, it makes it hard to think.
Yeah, it's basically
That
just
would
getting
make a
somebody
good podcast,
super
though.
drunk.
We'd just be very cloudy and hazed.
Yeah, I'd be drunk
I don't even know
without
if
the
we'd be able to
stomach.
That's
ask
basically how
ourselves-
you guys are already. You're already.
That's not true. I'm conversating with you right
You're smoking
now.
weed on the podcast. He smokes it before he gets here. I'm the only sober one.
No, you're not.
Yeah, you're right. God damn, I do a lot
Bro's
of kratom.
like 40 kratums in, calling himself the sober one.
2 alcoholic bottles deep.
Yeah, that's one of those things where I don't even like think about it anymore as like me doing a drug because I don't even get high from it anymore. Like I don't even think about it as like, oh yeah, I got to do some kratom. No, legitimately at this point I don't get the high out of it anymore. It just makes my back stop hurting.
Oh, I finally started cutting back on my drinking.
Yeah,
and,
dude, congratulations. Patrick, put in some audience applause for Eric cutting back on his drinking.
Like I used to drink as much.
Hey,
Yeah, fuck
No.
you.
Oh.
So
No.
now he doesn't care about the afflictions of the people.
Yeah,
you know.
the community.
I see how it is. This is how
No
communism goes,
change.
guys.
doesn't care about
we
his
liked it when
community.
things
You
didn't
show
change.
weakness.
I thought we wanted to be conservative.
Yeah, well, we are
Look at
from
that. Isn't that
Mississippi.
the left constantly pandering to the
I
right?
thought that. Yeah, it's so true, though. It's so true.
See what I mean? The minute any
Patrick,
kind of
put up the-
olive branch has reached out, he's just ready to make
Put
fun
up
of
the
it and
meme
squash
again.
it.
Put up the meme of the two hands.
But now have them pushing each other away. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, I'm slowly stopping drinking, and it was weird at first because I usually drink as much as like a pint in a night,
Yeah.
and I had like 2 shots and that was it.
How's that going? Are you like able to like be stable?
Honestly, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
I thought it would be worse. I was more worried. Like I felt a little weird the first and second day, and now I feel like I've kind of gotten over the hump for it.
Yeah.
The trick is having a drink or two, but never letting myself get drunk.
Yes. Yeah.
Like,
You get buzzed. You know what I'm saying?
like when I get home from work
Can
at
you
like,
get buzzed?
5:36. Well, a little bit, but like that's just because I'm using liquor, I guess. And like I'll get home at like 5:30, 6 o'clock, have myself a little like little shot glass of whiskey, and then just wait until bedtime, and then when I'm right about to go to bed, have one more, and then that's it.
How do you guys feel about the Trump saying that he's going to overhaul Medicaid and food stamps?
I don't know what
care.
that means.
Yeah, like what does that even mean? How do you overhaul Medicaid and food stamps? They're kind of a very
I don't know, give
basic
them more money?
process.
I think
guess.
he's just
Maybe?
saying stuff like he's never even said outside of I'm going to drill a lot more and then I'm going to take away all the things that Biden did. Tell me what his plan was.
Tariffs. In
Y-
one
yeah,
word,
yeah. Sorry. I'm going to drill more for oil and then do tariffs. Outside of that, what's his plan?
I don't know. He always
no
talks
idea.
about
as
how
many
he wants
immigrants
to.
as possible.
Yeah, I
he
guess.
wants to.
Like I have no idea what his plan for anything is because he never has one. He just says things.
It's weird because I'm starting to think that now that he's not actually like constant, he's not like, I feel like his first presidency, he was 100% like everybody in the establishment was basically against him except for his like tiny little fucking group.
yeah.
And now that group has grown so much that it's like the old guard versus the new. And I mean, he's like splintered Republicans like right down the middle. But I think now there are more people that do support Trump in the Republican Party than don't support him. And it's going to like, I think he's going to get a lot more done in his second presidency. I just don't know if any of that's going to be good.
Oh, probably not.
I don't know.
Some of it'll be like,
He's definitely
good.
like a Reaganomics kind of guy.
yeah, like inevitably some good will
It's
come
worse.
of it. It's just
Yeah.
what are the trade-offs.
He's actually more fiscally right than Reagan is if you look at his policies. Because like Reagan wasn't into tariffs. Reagan understood that tariffs just passed on more expenses to like the people.
Yeah.
If you look at Trump's policies, you have to go all the way back to like the fucking 19th century.
You know what's weird? I'm starting to like, I don't want to say I'm drinking the Kool-Aid on the Trump shit, but like, I really do want to see him do these things and then see like if it works. And then when it doesn't, I want to see how he reacts. Like
He'll
because
never
basically,
admit
you're,
that he's
you're saying
wrong,
is you're
though.
like, let's just be an accelerationist.
I just want to see like him have everything that he wants, right? Like just like he's got the Senate, he's got the House, he's got the grand jury.
well, we're
or
set
whatever.
up for the next 4 years being that.
Yeah, he's
At least
he's-
two, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
he's
yeah, at least
set,
2, yeah.
right?
Midterm.
He can do whatever he wants, basically. And like his policy should just go fly through. I want to see what he does if none of that works and how he excuses himself. Who does he gonna blame when he has everybody on his side?
I mean, Democrats.
I know he's gonna blame Democrats, but that doesn't work. It's gonna ring hollow when the fact that he has the fucking majority and everything.
Brother, it's rang hollow for the last 6 years at least.
I don't know. The Democrats did bust his ass in his first presidency a lot. They didn't let him do much because they fucking hated his ass, and a lot of Republicans were the same way too.
I will say this as far as
I'm just saying, like, his
Good that-
rhetoric has been hollow for the last 6 years, but yeah.
good
his
that
rhetoric was
could
always
come
hollow.
from Trump if you're very anti-Trump and you want to know what to do with the advantages Trump will give you. Go buy guns.
Yeah,
This is going to be a good 4 years for guns.
It's
it's
hon-
going to be a super good.
Honestly,
time
I
for guns.
disagree with that because Trump is famously anti-gun.
Also, buy gold. I think it's going to be people that are going to be worried about like the collapse of society are going to make gold go through the fucking roof.
I never understood that, just because it's like if society collapsed, I don't see what good gold is. Because I know if I'm trading shit with you, I'm not going to take gold.
I see the thing that libertarians say about that is that like when society collapses, gold will be the only thing that you can use that isn't food because people naturally want the shiny gold. Like people naturally want it and everybody knows what it is and they want it because you can make jewelry out of it and shit.
Food, water, and weapons, I think, will be.
Yeah, of course. That'll be like up there. But like if you're gonna have any currency, it's gonna be
like
gold.
Your fourth next thing would be gold, I guess.
Yeah.
The first worthless thing that will pretend is money would be gold.
Because like
I guess.
I like the Metro 2033 approach of bullets is a currency.
Yeah.
That rules, dude. I really hope that if the world collapses, bullets become currency. That's so cool.
What if it's like Fallout? What if it's caps?
Caps sucks.
It does.
Caps I don't even get it.
In like the first game, and then it got grandfathered into all the others.
Why did it make sense in the first game?
In the first game, caps had a specific thing backing them, the same way that some currencies are backed by things like gold and silver.
Yeah, okay.
I think
what
they do
was
it better in
It
New
was
Vegas.
water.
Oh, water was the
caps were all backed by water.
Caps represented water.
Okay.
So you could move clean water across the
For
wasteland.
so many caps.
I read I wrote a
caps,
setting
yes.
one time that was about that where like the whole world was global warming and then magic fucked the environment. So if you were outside, then if you were in the sun and your skin got touched by the sun, it aged rapidly. So everybody like the whole
You did
deal.
an opposite of Death Stranding.
Yeah, I did the opposite of Death Stranding basically, and then it was
don't tell me too much about Death Stranding.
That has never played it.
My wife got it for me within a few months of it coming out, and it is still in the plastic wrapping because I'm not tackling that until I'm ready to give it all of the time.
Do not
it
worry,
deserves.
my friend. Even if we told you, you still wouldn't understand.
I'm aware.
Death
but
Stranding has such weird lore
no-
that's not going to make any
it's-
sense if we just say it.
Doesn't mean anything. Nothing in Death Stranding means much of anything.
I'm of the opinion that it kind of doesn't. I'm right there with you because, like, I don't think Hideo Kojima can make.
I don't think he had a message. I think he was just. I think
the
he just had
message
a,
was unity. The
Yeah,
message
I
was the
think-
United States should come together after falling
I
apart.
think he
with
just
Trump.
had a wacky story you wanted to tell.
No, I think Kojima's just the idea guy who comes up with these wacky fucking concepts, and he's just really good with a camera. Did you see how he made the fucking cutscenes for that game?
Yeah,
That rules. He had an actual camera.
That's the thing
and
about
then-
his studio is they're not. You're not playing those games necessarily. Like while the stories can be engaging and good, I don't think people are necessarily playing it for that. I think they're playing it because they're a fucking like
the cinematography and the crazy ideas.
yeah the tech tech stuff.
It's a
so
spectacle.
nuts.
Because like every single game, they're pushing the tech. Just think about it. Like from the very beginning, like you have to unplug a fucking controller to plug it into another port in order to beat the psycho guy.
Mantis,
Yeah.
I gotta be honest, and this might sound weird, but like,
You okay?
so
I can't remember what you do when you're
in
playing.
the 90s, video game graphics were a certain way. The three of us remember.
I was on a lot of drugs in the 90s, dude. You're going to have to be
When
more
you were
specific.
he was
under
he
10.
was
Yeah.
he was on
Yeah.
a big bender back then.
You know, Sega, Nintendo, all that stuff. Some of it could be pretty, but then you have like, you know, the first 3D era with like N64 and PS1.
The first 3D era, it looked like shit.
It did,
Yeah.
and then like, but
Virtual
we were
Fighter
seeing this
specifically.
incredibly steep exponential growth in like graphics.
What was the first 3D
and how
game?
realistic they worked. Once it hit Metal Gear Solid 2, and I saw like, you know, individual like hair moving and stuff as I was like walking around and stuff, I basically haven't been impressed by graphics since then.
Yeah.
Because it's been such a slow incremental
What about the
rise.
stuff that Hideo Kojima does where he's like doing the thing where he has
He's
a
in a
camera?
VR.
Yeah, he's basically filming the footage as if he's holding a camera with a VR headset on. That, in my opinion,
It's
that's
impressive.
It's
That's like
really
the
cool.
coolest
Yeah,
shit.
It is
That's
super cool.
It's the coolest way to make a cutscene. They just make the cutscene in an environment, and then he goes in with an actual camera and like films it like he's filming a movie.
I've just
It's
never
so
had
cool.
that moment like since the PlayStation 2 era where I was just like,
will
holy
say-
shit, it actually looks real now.
Mm.
And
If-
then like ever since then, yes, like if you were to compare, you know, Metal Gear Solid 2 on the PS2 to a current gen game that was focusing on graphics,
What is the most realistic looking game since like there is one that it's Crisis. Like people say
Crisis is like
Crisis
10 years old.
I know. I'm saying like people say that's where graphics peaked. Like that is when graphics got so good that they couldn't increase more after that.
I would disagree.
You think so?
I think they've gotten
haven't
better
played it in
since
a
then.
while.
I think it's gotten exponential. I would even argue it's gotten like way better than what Crisis was back in the day. And I don't disagree. I think Crisis was the milestone.
Yeah.
But like I would argue the graphics of today with like how good the I don't know what the official term is, but the resolution, the pixelization or whatever. Like it's so much
polygons.
Yeah, it's so much more
4K
crisp
HD.
and clear, and you can. I don't know. It is noticeably better, at least to me.
Yeah, I mean it's better.
It's better, but it's only
Because
better
like
when
I don't
you're
think you can
looking-
see the pores of someone's skin in Crisis, where like you can in like today's
Which is
graphics.
weird.
Like-
I don't like that.
I don't.
Every time it
I
happens,
agree. I think it is a little too
every
much.
time I see it, I'm like,
But, yeah,
oh,
but that is the thing.
gross.
You can see the pores in someone's skin.
Yeah.
See,
in some of
here's
these
the
games.
thing, and here's why there's such a big difference. And it's not that like graphics aren't improving. It's that like in the early 2000s and like, the GameCube, PS2, Xbox, original era, we hit like the 85% mark. Like we got to where shit looked the way it was supposed to look in a semi-believable way.
I think you're
And-
too early.
Ever since then, we've been like rushing through like the last 15%. So none of it's as impressive as
Yeah, when
when
you
we
said
went
Metal Gear
from,
Solid
like,
2, I was like, Metal Gear Solid 2 did not look real
I
enough
think
to where I was
think you're
like,
too early in your timeline. I don't disagree with your
say
point.
it's never been. It's not that that's when like graphics peaked. It could have been like with Crisis, like what you were saying. I'm saying there's never been a leap like that since then. You've never gone from like the pixel art and the 2D shit. From,
Oh,
like,
no,
yeah, I would
yeah,
agree with
yeah.
that. Yeah, like I said,
And
I
then
agree
you
with your
leapt into
point.
the shit where it just looks like real people.
But if
now.
we're talking
Yeah.
about peak,
You
I'm
know.
gonna say early 2000s, the first Call of Duty trilogy
yeah, Call of Duty.
is where we hit 85%.
Yeah, they made
that
that
was just
shit
my example.
so
Like,
fucked.
there's probably some prettier looking games from like 2001.
But that's just what I'm saying. It's
But
like if you're talking about like purely when did we hit 85%, like what you're saying to make your point, I would call it the original Call of Duty trilogy in the 2000s.
Oh, we
like
should
the
talk
early
about-
2000s was when we hit the 85%
Yeah.
mark, and graphics
And
only
only-
have 15% left to go.
I would agree
Eventually,
with
it's
that.
just pictures of people.
Yeah.
You
We
know,
should talk
which
about,
is interesting,
the-
but
We should talk about like that one big thing that happened in Ukraine. I'm sure both of you heard about it.
The U.S. said that the Ukraine could strike into Russia now with the ATOMs.
Yeah.
yeah, I know we
Yeah,
gave
yeah.
them a bunch of rocket launcher trucks.
Oh, did you see that South
recently.
Korea is now like sending arms to Ukraine?
Are they?
Yeah.
South Korea?
Yeah.
I'm not really that
Yeah,
surprised.
a
I
lot
mean,
of
it's kind
places are sending weapons to Ukraine.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
but South
the
Korea is
reason-
probably because of
the-
North Korea.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
because the thing about it being South Korea is because a lot of the Asian the part of the world.
The theater, is that what you're about to call
Yeah,
it?
but it's
Damn,
because
boy.
I'm a Hearts of Iron player.
It's because you're from Korea. You're like you were in Korea. I understand.
Yeah, is like a lot of from what I understand, a lot of Asian countries don't really care about it outside of like China, North Korea, and like the reason South Korea and like say Japan care about it is because America cares about it, and South Korea cares about it more because North Korea is getting
Korea's being a
involved
bit-
in it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That makes sense, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
South
100%
Korea,
agree.
Japan
What do
and
you
South
guys
Korea
think,
are under a
though?
nuclear umbrella, so
What do you guys think about the Biden giving them the the AOK to launch into Russian territory?
Yeah, defeat the
I
imperialists.
don't know, man. I mean, it's a war.
I know, but
Yeah.
they
Sucks to suck, I guess.
Putin's gone on record several times saying that if that he even changed their nuclear doctrine yesterday.
He started this shit. So
I'll say this to Putin: when you pull the saber out of the rattle, I'll believe you.
Dude, once you pull the saber out of the rattle, I think about this all the time. I'm like, would Putin nuke somebody? And I'm like, all right, maybe. But the thing that people don't want to do with nukes is nobody wants to be the only other guy that's worse than the United States.
Here's the thing about it, though.
Like, we're the only ones that have ever done it. It was horrible.
It's not even that. Here's the thing: is Putin would 100% look. I'll solve this mystery for you. If it and this is all it is. If it wasn't for NATO, Putin would have nuked Ukraine already. Listen, The only thing that's stopping Putin from using or anybody else from nuking anyone they wanted to, any imperialist from nuking someone weaker than them. The only thing stopping them is two things. One, they want the resources. Two, all of NATO would then just butt fuck their entire country, depose them, take over all their nukes, and then go, okay, now who wants to be in charge that's friendly to us?
Yeah, I agree with the first one. I think the second one is kind of right, but I think the biggest...
I mean, literally all of NATO said if Russia uses...
Yeah, I think the biggest
no, it's
thing
not
is...
even mad, because I don't... Like, the problem is it's not mad, because we don't have to exchange nuclear arms. The thing is you if Russia, for example, just used a strategic nuke on the Ukrainian army, that's it. That's it for the Russian government. Literally, all of NATO has already said, we're invading the EU.
Yeah. My point is, I think that it's been statistically proven that men care more about their reputation than their lives. And I think that Putin is a guy who cares a lot about his reputation. If he does that, his reputation will be he's the guy that used a nuclear bomb for the first time in 100 years.
Yeah.
And he was the only guy who did it ever since Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and we already knew it was bad, and he had nothing. Well, like he had the whole world to tell him that was a bad idea, and it's bad optics.
In less than 2 months, we'll be approaching the 80th anniversary.
I didn't know you had Down syndrome.
Of the atomic bombings. So, I mean...
Oh, and another thing is we know he's greedy. And, like...
Well, sure.
He
So
wants, he wants to maintain power,
exactly.
is my point.
And
like
the first
I said,
one, like you said, you want the resources. You don't want to fucking... Who wants to be king of the ashes?
Exactly.
Yeah,
and the another point is...
you lose the breadbasket.
If you're greedy, you don't want to give up the throne.
Of course.
So, like, why would I nuke somebody with the threat of all the other countries in the world invade my country and depose me?
Yeah, it's such a weird, like... It's such a weird threat to threaten to nuke someone. It almost rings hollow simply because it's such a bad idea for practically every angle.
Yeah.
That almost like no, and it's not even mutually assured destruction that keeps you from doing it. Who wants to go down in history as the second guy to use a bomb? I mean, the first people like even kind of get a pass because they're like, they didn't know what they were doing. They didn't know how bad it was for the radiation and shit.
We did not know about the fallout. We knew it was there. We just didn't know that it stays that long.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm also just convinced that our missile defense system's so good that the MAD would be at a minimum.
I kind of agree with you.
I hope so.
Donald Trump, that's one of his big things that he was talking about on the Joe Rogan thing was that he wants to like up our missile defense system and basically make mutually assured destruction kind of like a nil concept. He wants to hook up the whole like western seaboard with just things to shoot down nukes. Did you see the new fucking laser thing that the United States Army made?
Yeah.
They can burn and destroy any missile within 3 seconds.
I'm not impressed, but I already...
we had it, but it's gotten to the point to where we can do it in 3 seconds.
Yeah,
that's pretty nice.
Because it's run by AI, so it just finds the thing and just zaps it.
Dude, I knew that shit was going to be massively good when I saw, like, I was in an Air Force base museum, and they were showing off like how they had like a drone in the air. And that drone would shoot a laser through a car engine block, and it could disable a car.
Yeah.
And
dude.
I was like, "That's it."
Yeah,
boom.
Dude, that rules.
I mean, good. We win.
Yes,
drones are fucking scary.
Show me another country that can compete with that. Show me one.
Like I don't know. Right China with an EMP, I think is like the only thing that I can even think of.
With like Ukraine and like all the Russians and the mercenaries and all that shit. We're talking about people who have like equal technology, not people with sandals and fucking robes on anymore. And like because of that,
are you implying that Ukrainians don't wear sandals and robes?
I mean, they might, but they don't on the battlefield.
Zelensky's down there in his fucking bunker wearing the nicest of velvet robes and flip-flop sandals.
I would actually say I doubt that.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. Like, because everyone's pretty much on the same level tech-wise, shit isn't able to be deployed like it used to.
Yeah.
Like, people are rolling out with, like, you know, an older tank from, like, the 70s, which would be fine if it wasn't for the fact that people are flying, like, 7 drones out that all have, like, blocks of C4 and shit on them.
I think the most interesting thing...
They're 3D printing the fucking drones.
Yeah.
So, like, they're cheap
they're making some of them out of cardboard.
Compared to the fucking tank, cheap as fuck.
Yeah.
And they just, like, completely destroy this tank, the whole crew, all that good shit. And it's like watching chariots die again.
Oh, do you want to hear something dumb? The American Army is thinking about going to auto-loading tanks.
Oh, hell yeah.
No, that's the same thing Russia has.
Yeah, but auto-loading
mean?
tanks rule, don't they?
What do you mean?
There are
auto-loading
some
tanks?
pretty significant disadvantages.
Like what?
What is an auto-loading tank?
You don't have a man that loads the shell.
there's- like,
It
so
loads
the current
itself.
US
It's a
tank-
semi-automatic cannon. That's it.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Like, so for the way Russian tanks work, for example, is the crew is in the bottom, and the turret has a rotating like belt basically, and that belt is feeding the shell or whatever into the. I don't know that much about
in my
tanks.
head it was like
But,
the
like,
Russians
it
are in the
feeds it.
tank. They're all sharing one belt because Russians are so fucking poor after the war in
But
Ukraine.
anyway, it's feeding into the barrel and like shooting it as like the person pushes the button, right? But the problem with it is like if the turret, the top of it gets shot, that's where all the ammo is stored.
Oh yeah.
So all the dudes in there are going to fucking die.
Vladimir, it is my turn with the belt. Hand me the belt.
I think it really is
the
just
hags
Yeah.
more of just a design issue. Then it just depends on whether or not they're able to incorporate it the right way.
Yeah, without fucking it up.
I mean,
yeah,
like the pros
like-
of it is it's way faster than a person.
oh yeah.
I mean, the pros are obvious. The cons are potentially obvious. It just depends on whether or not you're able to
Well, that- I
readjust
mean-
your armor proportions and make sure that the system isn't full of glitches and shit.
I
Which,
think-
unfortunately, in the military, we generally go for the lowest bidder.
I'm thinking what the idea probably is there's so many anti-tank now. Tanks are going to have to be used in a different way than what they've
Like a
been.
very specific way.
They're going to have to be used in a very different way than they've been used in the last 50 years minimum.
What do you think of rail guns?
I
Not
mean,
there yet.
Not there yet.
from what the only thing I've seen is we can put them on boats, and they're not very good on boats right now.
And you can shoot them once.
Yeah.
And then they just melt
and
themselves.
then they break.
Yeah.
So basically, like, it's a neat technology. It has applications.
I think
it could
Japan's
be
really
good
far
at.
with it, though. I think their national. I think like legitimately, I heard their national. A big part of their national defense was going to more railgun technology.
That and more lolly porn. They keep those two things coming out. Giant robots, rail guns, and lolly porn. They're
Yeah.
set for the next 100 years.
I am just waiting for my
One of
Gundam.
a Japanese like politician. I don't know how up there he is, but he was saying all women over 30 should have their womb removed.
He says that in a country with a declining population.
rules.
Yeah.
That rules. What?
Yeah.
Like, how would that even work?
I don't know.
Just like, yep.
He needs women
State
between 30 and
mandated.
40 to like suddenly get a lot cooler with breeding so that their population can bounce
The
back.
weird part is that like women get way hornier at 30 to 40. Like,
Yeah.
why is he like, the man just doesn't know what the fuck he's saying.
I mean, I'm pretty sure like birth defect problems do start to rise like when you get
oh,
to the late 30s, early
extremely.
40s.
Yeah, yeah. That's why we're worried about having a kid. We're worried about like, because there's like a 8%, 6% chance that they'll have like a birth defect or something.
yeah.
Mhm. Like once you hit like 35 or so, it starts to go up.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I guess it's harder after that, but like, I mean, I think if you try and catch it before 40, you're still in a pretty good zone for the most part.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it starts to go up from there, but like, and also I think any older than 40, you're gonna be too much older than your kids. You know?
I have the opinion that like Trump's thing about putting like that stuff on the eastern seaboard is just going to be a way for him to keep people scared though. Like in a way, I feel like I don't know how much of our real life shit with like mutually assured destruction and stuff is just completely based on the fact that like it's used to make me scared so that I'm complicit.
Well, how much of any defense spending is reasonable fear versus illogical
Is your
fear?
microphone not up very much?
I don't know.
It sounds better now.
Ho.
Hey ho.
I think you were just
Okay.
I think you were just holding it like below your chin or something.
Yeah, no, I was holding it a little
Hi-ho.
weird, but yep.
Hi ho.
And
Hi.
off to work we go. Da 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 da. Hi ho, hi ho. And
Hi-ho,
off to
hi-ho,
work we
hi-ho.
go. Oh man, those little dudes fucked. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Tight, hairy little buttholes.
They think
just,
What was their like?
covering a little dirt and
Were
soot.
they related or were they all like in a polyamorous
They were
gay
brothers.
relationship?
They were
pretty
just
sure.
they were 7 and they were dwarves.
Okay.
I thought they were brothers.
Were they bros?
I thought they were brothers.
Were they brothers
Who
or
was their mother?
bros? You know what I'm
I
saying?
thought they were brothers.
Okay. They look kind of different for being brothers.
I don't know. I
Like
was just
there's
interpreting
a
it as
wide
brother.
variety of them.
Yeah, you're right.
you know they're gonna have the Snow White remake where all the dwarves are like in a gay poly relationship.
Yeah, especially like retard or whatever his name was.
Yeah, that was
Dumpy?
it. No, that was it.
Doopy, Dumpy.
I'm pretty sure it was retard.
I think it was retard.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, he's the only one that's like.
He's the one that they fucking.
Some of them have beards and some
fuck
don't.
the
One
folds
doesn't.
in his
the rest
forehead,
of,
dude.
rest of them have beards.
You remember that shit? Like, god damn, some of them boys. Woo! I could get my dick up in there. It would just be like getting a boob job. I swear to God.
You like me a good boob job.
You are a boob job guy. We've talked about this
I don't
before.
Mind them.
Did you notice that Talia blends into the carpet?
Yeah, I have. She's sneaky like that.
Yes, she does. She just turns into.
What's
a
the
little
appeal of a
camouflage
boob
lump.
job? It doesn't. You can't feel that great.
I mean, it's
Boobs?
getting
Boobs are great. Don't get me wrong, but like it's
you
like
don't want to put your dick in between them, and
You know, it's got to be like.
I feel
it's
like it
it's
probably
the
hurts
difference-
the woman.
No, it's got to be like the
It's an
difference
angle
between.
thing.
Also, no, boobs are in like erotic zone or whatever it's called.
erogenous zone.
Yeah,
Yeah, but like not where your dick is going in between the chest, you know?
I have no idea.
I mean, if their tits are like massive and they can like wrap it around, like let's say you got like that grandma sagging tit shit where it's
Yeah.
coming out like this far and then she can like use the middle of her boobs to give you a jack off. But like, no, I
you
mean,
gotta have semi decent sized tits for sure.
you're
but-
basically fucking the collarbone.
well, no, okay, like it. You gotta find the right position to work. If you just like sit on her chest or something, yeah, that'll be like super uncomfortable.
I
for her,
always
and you'd be
assumed it
like-
would be just a matter of like, it's like getting a blowjob. They're like, you know, I mean, but your wife's short. I guess she would be standing up. I was thinking like they'd
No,
would
that's
be
not
on her
necessary.
knees.
No, one thing, if you lay back and they can just like lay over you in the front, and then you or her could just squish the boobs together and just fuck
Have
'em.
you never seen how a boob
Can you
job
reach?
happens?
Can you reach down there?
Can I reach to where my dick is? Yes. Yes, I can reach to where my
Well,
dick is.
some of us have
There's
a
a lot
smaller
of-
dick than others, I guess. All right. Mine's down here when I'm having sex. Sorry to break it to
So
you.
like, just look
A
at
little bit
this.
past the
I'm
knees.
laid back. They lay down like right on their stomach, like
once
in
again,
front of me, and I can grab their titties and
Do you
just.
have like half a boner talking about this? Is that what that is?
No, that's just
Oh,
the
okay,
folds
it's
of
just
my
your
pants.
pants.
Yeah, the penis is right here.
Oh, okay.
so
I have
he's
half
That's
a
a
hanging out
nice
on the
looking
side.
guy, dude. That's
he's
pretty good
He's
size.
doing all right.
It's impressive.
Yeah,
He's looking good.
I have half a boner talking about
Do you?
this.
Okay.
Look,
I
no,
mean,
the appeal
titty
is,
fuck-
is
We're
like,
talking about fucking women. I'm completely
listen.
flaccid.
The appeal to this is like the same appeal of a waterbed.
How do you
I'm
put it
not
in
sure
terms
if that's
that
the way I would have described it, but
put
go
it
on.
in terms a gay man can understand? I do not understand this appeal of wanting to fuck.
Have you never
boobs.
hot dogged where you put it between the buns and
God,
like
no.
you know?
That's so. That's. Do you have any idea how much hair that there is when you're doing that? It's like fucking
supposed
someone's
to
actual
shave.
hair.
Yeah, just tell them to
Yeah,
shave their
tell
butt.
them that.
I mean, if
I
you're not
put a-
comfortable enough with your lovers to like be on the same page about pubic hair, then that's your problem, bro.
Hey, dude. One thing that actually happened to me in my marriage, me and Kira got drunk one time, and she was like, "You have so much hair on your butt. Why don't you shave your butt?" And I was like, "It's hard. Like, how am I gonna shave my own ass that I can't see?" And I was like, "Do you want to shave my ass?" And she was like, "Sure." So we got in the shower, and she spent like 30 minutes shaving my ass.
Huh.
And that was like a real thing that happened in my marriage. And I was like, this is one of the oddest things I've ever done.
What were you
Honestly, that
thinking when
sounds
you were
fine
like
to
bent
me.
over getting your ass shaved?
No, I've got my
anyone's
hands
gonna
on the shower bar, and I'm just like curving my back, putting my ass in her face.
I mean, if anyone's gonna shave my ass cheeks, why not my wife? I mean, who
Sure.
else am I gonna want to do that?
I mean, I don't shave her
My
pussy.
doctor.
Like, you know, like
yeah, like a
my
medical
doctor.
professional.
Doc, hey, I know that my insurance covers a lot of things, but I got a new plan this year, and you're not gonna believe what they've got on there for only a $20 copay.
Doctors hate him.
Yeah.
He used this one simple trick.
Yeah, that's the one. Yep.
Doctor, I'm pretty sure that I'm having an ass attack. Oh, well, we better shave that thing and put those EKG pads on their stat.
Oh, damn it, again? It's a perfectly healthy ass. You just got me to shave your ass again. Ha ha! Got you again, Doc. Like run out.
Still no pants on. Perfectly.
You got to be like,
The sunlight gleams
pants
off.
around your ankle.
Well, he's in the hospital gown.
They run after you. You jump in the air and gleam the sun off your perfectly waxed ass and shine it in their eyes. They're like,
Yes, they'll go,
God!
solar flare.
It's a Shin-Chan joke. Is what that is. I don't know. I used to get on gay chat forums when I was like 16. I probably shouldn't. I probably shouldn't. I probably shouldn't talk. Okay, whatever.
don't
Fuck it.
talk about it.
I'll talk about it.
Say it.
So when I was like 16, I would. I used to search the internet for gay chat rooms.
Mm-hmm.
And if you've ever been in a gay chat room, which I'm sure both of you have, you'll know that
Many times.
most of the people in a gay chat room are like in between 40 and 60. Like most of them spend a lot of time there. This is like their main hangout. They're like the midlife crisis gays, right? So I would take erotic pictures that were like where I had my clothes on, but I was doing suggestive things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then take pictures and then post them to this chat room
Oof.
Oh my.
to boost my self-esteem because I hated myself so much. So I would do that like every night.
Everyone's a victim in this circumstance.
Yeah, basically
Everyone's a victim.
and I'm just lying and telling these guys that I'm 18 and like
Everyone's a victim
I'm
in this
just trying
circumstance.
to get them to like I'm just trying to get them to pay attention to me because I just hate myself so much. And at one point, some guy was like, "Oh God, what I wouldn't do to fuck you in the ass." And I was like, haha, teehee, my ass is covered in hair. And then everyone in the entire chat room was like, simultaneously,
They all
just a
left
string
chat.
a string of messages being like, I'd shave your ass. I'd shave it so
Oh.
close. I'd shave it better than he would. And it's just this waterfall of text of people telling me how they'd shave my ass. And I have not forgotten that memory to this day.
That's hilarious because like if you ever look into comment sections of like, for example, people who are like just like showing off their pussies and whatever.
Yeah.
It's always like, I'd lick it so good. I'd lick it better than that. I'd leave you drenching.
absolutely.
It's the same
They're
shit.
competing with people in the comments.
Yeah, it's
or
like,
something.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I mean, what are you
Porno
gonna do?
comments are weird.
They can
Yes.
be.
I've like had the thought to comment before, but then I scroll
You've
down
never
and
left
see
a
the
single
comments.
porno
If I
comment?
I feel like maybe I have.
I left
You've
a
got to
comment,
at
but
least
I always
once.
leave a comment for like the models. I'm always like, hey, so like what ab workouts do you do? Because your abs are fucking killer. God damn.
And they just like
I
they
so-
just link
sometimes
you to
I-
their
I don't pay
OnlyFans.
for
Sometimes
my
like
own
yeah,
OnlyFans,
but
so I
sometimes
don't
they
speak
answer.
directly
Sometimes
to
they're
the
like,
models.
yeah, planking is my favorite. I'm like, awesome.
Planking.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fucking thing from like 2012 where people
No,
were,
planking is an
Planking.
exercise.
oh, is it an actual exercise?
Yeah.
I was thinking about like the
do you
fucking
want me to show you what planking is?
I
mean,
feel
it
like
is-
it's
it
gonna
is
be
exactly-
Is
planking.
it the thing where you put your arms down like this in
Yeah.
front of you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that sucks. That hurts so bad.
It helps
Patrick,
your
put up a
abs.
picture of fucking planking.
Yeah, apparently it's really good for your abs.
Yeah, it's really good for most of your
yeah.
muscles from what I understand. It's like all core strength or something.
There's a couple of exercises that do that.
I'm trying to find, I have one pic. There it is.
Sit-ups are great.
Here's a picture that I sent to that gay chat room. Like
Oh
I was
my
just
gosh,
doing
let's see it.
suggestive shit like this.
Oh, little twink
Yeah.
Patrick. God,
I
I
would
remember
just-
little twink
I would just
Patrick.
do shit like that and just drive these old gays wild.
I bet
Yeah.
you did.
You're just giving them a little peep show.
It was, that was so wrong of me
Oh,
in
yeah.
like retrospect. Like
No,
I was just
what
doing
was wrong
I'm-
was me and my friend John getting onto the sex talk things on like Yahoo chat or whatever, and pretending to be women to like
Oh,
horny
dude,
ass men.
yeah, hell yeah, me too, dude, hell yeah. I did that
Yes.
so much.
I think we only did it like once or twice.
Dude, me and
because-
my friend Brian, all we did when I went over to his house would be to get on dating sites, sign up, and then like just put up a picture of a woman and then just get like chats flooding in. And then we would just respond and catfish people.
Damn, you guys are cool. I just played like Halo 2 and 3 with my bros.
No, dude, we didn't play
Yeah,
video
we didn't
games. That's
have
gay.
like Ethernet cables and shit like that. Like this was a little like 5 years before what you were doing.
I'm trying to think like the biggest one was obviously going to christianforums.com and trolling my dad. We
Of
did
course,
that.
you've mentioned that before.
We
on
did
the
that
podcast.
every fucking time. That was a staple.
You just go
of-
after your dad specifically every
Hold
time.
on, I want to call my dad live on the podcast. It's 8:48. I don't know if he's
Wait,
awake.
how much time
We're
are
an
we
hour
at?
and 2 minutes in.
I don't
so
I don't
this-
think we have time.
Okay, next podcast episode we should call my dad. and be like, "Hey,
you gonna admit
yeah,
to it?
confess, yeah, and tell him like,
Ooh.
Oh my god,
see
that
what
would
his
be so
reaction
funny.
is."
Oh my.
I'd be okay with that. I want to see this.
Yeah, that would be a really good. I
I don't
really,
know. I don't want to hurt your dad.
It's not gonna hurt his feelings.
not
It's
gonna
gonna hurt his
hurt his
fucking
This was
60s,
20
but
years
it's
old.
fine.
Feelings.
This was 20 years ago.
What if he thinks about it?
Oh,
He's
what
not
if he
gonna be
thinks
that-
about it? Then what?
What if he gives him a
Now
heart
he's gonna be
attack?
like,
Oh,
oh,
I'm gay.
He's gonna be like, oh, my 5th heart attack was your fault.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, tell me about it. I told my mother something very like revealing and like deep and personal about myself the day before my father had a stroke.
Oh my.
So I like sometimes I'm like, did I do that? Was that me?
No, don't blame
Did
yourself.
I do that? Did I do
I don't think
that?
I don't think that's how seizures
I
work.
turned into it's not seizure, a stroke, you fucking retard.
Isn't that the same thing?
No, a seizure's what you get
Not
after you
even
have a
kind of.
stroke. Seizure's like you're on the ground like doing this. Like yeah. A stroke is when the blood in your brain gets blocked.
Isn't
Yeah,
that how you have a
oxygen gets
seizure?
cut off
Is the
from
blood in
your
your brain
brain.
gets blocked?
No, seizures
No.
come from like
Seizures are different. They're more complicated than that.
yeah, they're like imagine like a stroke is like being straight and then like a heart attack is being gay. Having a seizure is like being a polyamorous transsexual who's
I'm not sure
like
if this
who's
metaphor is
like-
working very well.
who's asexual.
Oh, okay.
See?
Yeah.
That fill it out for you?
Yeah.
Okay, I think he understands.
Good.
Do
makes
you guys want
sense.
to talk about anything else, or is this show gay and we should all kill ourselves?
Hey, I'm down for suicide.
All right.
You got
well,
that
we do
new
it-
gun,
We
so-
only do it so many times a year.
Hey, here's why I say we put all 3 heads together, and then you put
Nah,
your
we
gun
did
on
that
one
last
side.
time. We did that last time. We can't do it again.
In fact, the bullet barely even hit my brain last time.
Well, you know,
Wait, we did do that last time, but I don't remember
I gave you
editing
CPR.
that. I don't remember editing that into the podcast. That is in that episode. Like the last episodes we recorded,
Mm-hmm.
we ended it with like a suicide bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't remember editing that.
That's weird.
But I've edited that.
Was it a failed suicide bit?
That's probably what it was.
What it really is we all actually did commit suicide, but
This is
like
just
life
hell.
restarted,
No, this is just hell.
and we're
The
not
hell
aware.
is us doing the podcast constantly.
We're never aware, but every time we end this podcast, all 3 of us actually die, and then we restart the next week.
God, what if we're just trapped in a Groundhog Day?
That would be
Kinda.
that would make a lot of sense considering that nobody watches this. It'd be like it'd be like
It's the same 30
in the
people
real life,
every time.
Yeah, in the real life, we were like super famous, like #1 podcast on everything. In purgatory, we get 30 views, and we're just grinding.
Only our shorts do well.
yeah, we're doing a Sigma grind set type of shit.
This is purgatory. That explains why everything is so hell-like, but not quite.
No,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
just that's just Mississippi. You're close though. It's
Ah.
actually yeah. Anyways, this has been the AnythingCast. I'm Patrick.
I'm Eric.
You just gonna chew on your hat, or are you gonna say your name? What are you
He's
chewing
a
your hat?
communist. They think hats are food.
Well, they
get
are
confused
food.
sometimes.
If after the communists take over, they will be food. Boots, hats, all sorts of things made out of
Any-
leather.
Anything
Suck
made out
on
of plant
that.
fiber or animal
Anyways,
parts. yeah.
I'm Will.
All right, now turn the fucking machine off and go back home. You got to go to sleep.